Guys, condo market, are we seeing a slowdown? Are we seeing a tick up? People are exiting the condos, especially in downtown Providence in 2020. I feel like we're seeing a resurgence. What's happening?
Definitely a resurgence. It's been busy again, which is nice, excuse me, to see all sorts of, activity. And, there isn't a lot available, which is interesting because there usually is more on the market in downtown, at least in the high rises, than what we're seeing right now. There's only 2 at the residences. Actually, we have another one coming on this week.
On Wednesday.
And then we have over at Water Place, there's only 3 listings available over there right now. And that's, 200 units in those 2 buildings. So 3 is
What about the tower in Portsmouth? You guys just sold one.
We just sold one. We actually are just about to put one under agreement today, I believe, too. So so I mean, there's definitely still activity for mid-November. That's pretty amazing. We love it.
I definitely see a much bigger need for condominiums now, because the inventory for housing is so limited that if you build a like the tower and Portsmouth, if you have however many units in one section versus just one building or one unit, if it was a house, you could fit so many different condominium complexes. They're renovating mill buildings and old industrial buildings. They're transferring them over to condos. We even have a mutual friend that's doing a build out from an old church. They're building 20 units, or I think it's 20.
30 to 40 units. 30 to
40 units. Yeah. Every time I talk to them, the unit size goes up, but they're using just one church to be able to make that happen. I mean, so they're creating inventory through condominiums.
A lot of people are afraid, Matt, that interest rates are going to have to tick up. The economy is a bit shaky. There's a lot going on. So we've noticed a bit of a slowdown in the single family housing market. And it sounds as if the condo market has picked back up. It's kind of funny how those things work. What is your prediction? And then Pam, I want to hear your prediction of the next 6 months, prices, interest rates, whatever you got. Go ahead, Matt.
I do see the interest rates ticking up half a point to a full point, and that's not always great to say. I hate to admit it because we've been spoiled lately with the low interest rates. I do have to say that if the market does get to that point where it's going up a half a point to a point in interest, it's back into a normal lending environment. That's what traditionally rates were for a long time before they drop down. For everybody out there that's like, oh no, I might not be ready to buy right now, and in that year time frame I will be, and I'm going to miss the boat on it. Don't be super bummed out, because that's where it should be on a constant basis. 30-year fix shouldn't be at 2% interest. It's unheard of. I look at it as, yes, it's going up, but it's a different indication that we're getting back to normal, and that's okay too. So I'm not super scared of it. In fact, if rates go up, maybe the cost of the actual purchase prices come down on these things. So there will be a yin and a yang benefit to certain market changes.
Pam, what are your thoughts on the condo market? Do you see this? Do you see prices continuing to increase over the next 6 months? Do you see things flattening? Do you see demand increasing? Is the demand there? What do you see?
I think that the prices will probably stay pretty steady. They didn't skyrocket like single family home prices did. I found that they stayed sort of, neutral, like where they have been and where they should be.
Yep.
Activity has increased, which is great. But, there still aren't enough single family homes available. So I think that's why a lot of people are turning to condos as another option at this point. I think through the holidays, it typically gets a little slower, but going into the early part of 2022, I think we're going to have, a great amount of foot traffic coming through them again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it slowing down.